Hello, my chosen ones. How you doing? I know you guys are probably wondering, like, what? On my TikTok, on my YouTube, this should be up to schedule by the time you guys see this. But for my TikTok fam, I know you guys are probably, girl, where you been at? I had a lot going on. And the thing I'm also going to speak to you guys about, which has been happening with me lately, is distractions. Okay, guys, I've been busy with projects being productive, but I've also been distracted. Okay, it is not good. And my loving and amazing husband told me today, babe, you're being distracted. Like, you don't realize the things that you're doing for God's kingdom, the things that you're doing to waken up other chosen ones. You're being distracted. And you can also look at it as being like spiritual attack, spiritual warfare, because there's a lot of people out there that don't like what I'm doing, whether they think that we're enemies or the fact that I'm not doing the things I used to do with them or whatever. I'm not in everyone's good graces, but I don't give a crap, and 10 times out of 10, they caused it. That's the real tea. 10 times out of 10, they caused it. But the thing is that distractions are detrimental, especially to his chosen ones. It's detrimental because it's taking us off of our path. When you're distracted by people, places, things, you're not focusing on your purpose. You're distracted. Before I went to isolation, I wasn't getting anything done. Not here on YouTube, not in my personal life, not in my professional life. I wasn't getting much of anything done because I was being distracted by so many people. And again, I cared about these people. Regardless of why we fell out, how we fell out, that doesn't change the fact that I still love these people. But they were a huge distraction. I would rather you not be in my life or me loving you from a distance, like far, far distance, than you continue to show up in my life and distract me. Because I'm an empath, and as empaths, we take on people's problems and situations like it's our own. You have to be an evolved, you have to evolve as an empath to not take on everyone's problems because you can't. You cannot save everyone. That is the sad but true fact of life. And if you think you can, they're going to all turn into distractions. Don't do that to yourself. And the crazy thing, chosen ones, is that distractions are not going to pop up and be like, hey, I'm here to distract you and take you off of your path. Let's go. It's not going to present itself like that. It's going to present itself in other ways, like arguments, um, certain other obligations that could come up that really doesn't require you, but it's going to be such a convenient time. Be aware of things that don't really need or require your attention, even if that's phone calls, text messages, um, worrying about other people's problems, whatever. Don't get caught up in the distractions, okay? Because once that ball gets to rolling, it's hard to stop it. And again, I was not at my highest potential because I was being distracted by so many people. For me, it was people. But it can go from people, places, things. It could be a lot. It is up to you to nip it in the bud, especially while it's small. Because distractions grow into bigger things, bigger distractions, bigger problems. Nip it at the butt at the door. Okay. Once you start seeing that your focus is being taken away, it's time to cut it off. Like for me, I have to limit the amount of phone calls or text messages I get on my phone. Whether I have to put my phone on do not disturb, whether that means I don't pick up for a few days, whatever it is I have to do to focus to complete my mission or whatever I'm doing, that's what I have to do. The enemy, your enemies, the world, your flesh, it would love to throw in distractions, especially when you're doing things for God. Whenever you're doing things for God, be prepared for some sort of war, some sort of something, okay? Because evil does not like good, light, darkness, whatever the opposite is. Now, along my spirituality journey, I am kind of learning more about oneness instead of duality, but I'm still on that. So for right now, it's still duality up in here, okay? Um, I don't like it. I don't like how I've been distracted somewhat, but I'm here to warn you all to not fall into that same trap. And there's people out here that see that you're growing, that you're elevating, that you're becoming the best version of you, and they hate it because they're not there. So they would love to come along your path and distract you with bullshit. And I'm going to call it exactly for what it is. It's bullshit. Straight up. And chosen ones, I'm saying it's bullshit because it is. Like, why are you trying to come along my path because you see that I'm glowing, I'm growing, I'm getting better, I'm reaching my highest self. I'm no longer reacting to your mess. So you're gonna try to roll out something, And the thing is that when people know a trigger for you or a weakness, some people are sick enough that they would love nothing more than to trigger you. Okay. And that goes for even some friends or family. You know, I've had like a few people try to weasel their way back in my life as far as more so blood family, and it is a huge mistake because these are the main people who have hurt me my entire effing life. And whether you see me online that I'm growing, whether you hear it from other people, who may know me or whatever, associate my action about me, whatever, it's like, what can I do? What can I say to like throw her off her mark? Because I know she hasn't really changed that much. I grew up with her or him, or I really know him or her. Some people, they don't want to see you change or grow because they know they're going to lose those benefits from you, that access. And it doesn't have to be money. It doesn't have to be anything physical. It can just be that connection. Some people bonded with you with gossip and lies and hating and bitterness and resentment and whatever else you guys bonded off of. Again, misery loves company. That's the theme for all the old people in your life. A lot of these people were miserable. Look where you were at. So these same old bitter Bettys are gonna like still want to come around, and they want you to be that old person with them, especially if they're not on your level. And this guy on here, his name is 19 Keys. He's also on YouTube. Very intelligent man. He mentioned that when you grow, when you elevate yourself, you can't keep like having conversations with the same old dead people that ain't where you're at. Like, it's not gonna work that way. You gotta go back to your old man to relate to them. And that's a distraction. You are not your old self. And don't allow anybody to take you back to that old place. So if that means you need to isolate yourself, which I'm going to choose to do again, so be it. But stop the distractions today. If you feel this resonates with you, it does. God loves you, and so